Hi there, I'm James Levesque, and welcome back to Life After Losses. Now, last week, I talked about the song Unwritten and how that theme can be applied to your next chapter. I thought I'd said all I needed to until I realized I'd left one thing, unwritten. Yet we don't discover the next chapter by thinking about it. We discover it by taking one honest step while fear is still in the room. And in today's reflection, I break down 4 traps: perfection, comparison, waiting for permission, and when life calms down, and how to move through them with tiny doable actions. Now, if you've been circling the same idea for weeks or years, this one's your nudge. So let's get you from intention to movement, all right? Last week, I talked about Unwritten, and the reminder that today is where the book begins. I thought I was done with that theme. Yeah, that was until I realized I'd left something, as I said, unwritten. So in this, we don't discover the next chapter by thinking about it. We discover it by releasing what holds us back long enough to take one step forward. Now, for most of us, that breaks aren't just fear, they're the habits that look responsible. We say we're preparing, researching, or waiting for the right moment. Smart on paper, but paralyzing in practice. Now, here are 4 situational inhibitors that I see the most, and some thoughts on how to move through them. Number 1, perfection looks productive, but it's really a stall. Perfection is seductive because it feels like excellence. It's not. It's avoidance with good branding. Excellence comes from attempts. Perfection prevents attempts. Perfection, they say, is the enemy of progress. Now, when I came back to performing after my cochlear implant, I wanted perfect pitch, perfect control, perfect confidence. In reality, my brain was relearning sound. Perfect wasn't available. Showing up was. So I chose presence over polish, and progress happened. A slight adjustment here and there made it easier to perform. So try this. Set a minimum viable first step of MVFS. A step so small that you can complete it today without fanfare. Send 1 email, draft 1 paragraph, record a 20-second practice clip. Excellence will meet you after the first attempts, not before. Number 2, comparison is a rigged game. If you've only start once you feel as if you're as good as them, you won't start. You're comparing your day 1 to someone else's year 10. Besides, you can't copy their path to keep your purpose. I talk about that trap a lot. Your journey is uniquely yours. When I began writing and blogging, I saw people with bigger platforms, shinier graphics, and tighter sentences, and a better studio. Easy to freeze. What moved me forward was letting my voice be my edge. Conversational, human, relatable, sometimes messy, but always honest. It's still the thing that resonates most. So try this. Create a me versus me scorecard for the next 7 days. Track only what you controlled. Minutes practiced, pages written, conversations initiated, reps completed. Progress measured against yourself will always feel fair and motivating. So number 3, waiting for permission keeps you in neutral. We tell ourselves we need a sign, a certificate, a guru's green light. Now, I'm all for learning and mentorships. I've got a few certifications myself. But if you're waiting to be named a writer, a singer, a coach, a leader, consider yourself named. Most identities are claimed in action long before they're announced by others. Some of my biggest life challenges happened because I stopped waiting and started doing. Publishing the book, launching the blog, saying yes to friendships and relationships I wouldn't have years ago, and yes to performing again. No authority figure arrived to bless the moment. I had to. So try this. Write a 1-sentence declaration of doing and read it out loud. Today I practice as doing a blank for 15 minutes. Then do exactly that. Identity follows action. Number 4, the when things calm down trap. Real talk, life doesn't always give you the perfect runway. And when work slows down, when the kids' schedule opens up, when I have more energy, these become permanent delays. Your future doesn't need quiet to begin, and honestly, when is your life ever quiet? It needs a start that fits in your real life. So one of the best skills I've learned is right-sizing effort. If I can't do the big version, I'll do the small one. 10 minutes of drafting, one call instead of 5, a walk around the block instead of a full workout. And small moves keep the engine warm. Momentum beats intensity when you're building a habit. So let's try this. Choose a tiny, consistent ritual you can do daily in under 10 minutes. Put it on your calendar. Protect it like an appointment. Consistency is confidence you can schedule. Now, what releasing inhibitions actually means isn't wild impulsiveness. It's removing just enough friction to let the next honest action happen. So in the purpose terms, it can look a lot like the U, unload emotional baggage. Naming the fear, the story, the shame. Then move on to O, open a new chapter. One concrete behavior that belongs to the new page. We're not bypassing feelings. We're right-sizing them so they don't run the show. Feelings are always there. Being emotionally intelligent allows you to thrive despite negative feelings. When I've stepped forward, whether that was performing post-surgery or hitting publish on a vulnerable post or saying yes to a new friendship, I wasn't fearless. I was decisive in the presence of fear. And that's the whole game. So here's a simple 3-step unwritten plan for this week. Name your page. What's the area you've been circling? One sentence, no judgment, just shrink to start. Choose the MVFS you can complete today in 10 minutes or less. Broadcast tiny accountability. Text a trusted friend. I'm doing blank by blank o'clock today. Then report back. Zero drama, just facts. Do that for 7 days and you'll feel different. You'll have proof. And proof changes stories. Now, if you need a nudge, borrow mine. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect. You don't need the whole plan. You need the next honest action. That's it. Now, I tell my kids all the time not to be afraid to fail. Last week, I said the rest is still unwritten. This week, I'll add, it stays unwritten until you move. Not a leap, a step, and then another. Your life responds to movement. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one area you've stalled on. Creative, relational, career, health, or something else. Write your declaration of doing. Take your minimum viable first step today. Track a 7-day me versus me scorecard. Now at the end of the week, ask yourself, what did starting teach me that thinking never could? Your next chapter is not waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect moment, or the perfect you. It's waiting for movement. The page won't write itself, but it will meet you the second your pen hits it. Thanks for watching.